Greetings and felicitations.
Hip, hip, hurrah. Tally-ho.
Hey, my baby doll.
Hey, Puddin'.
Let's talk about TV shows from 1974. In fact, we have the 1974 fall preview in front of us. But before we go into this TV guide, let's talk about some of the details of 1974. In fact, the cost of living. What was the price of the average home?
$39,000.
How about a comic book?
25 cents.
How about a movie ticket?
$1.79.
Who was the WWF champion of 1974?
Bruno Sammartino.
And what novel won the Hugo Award for Best Novel?
Rendezvous with Rama by Arthur C. Clarke.
All right, let's talk about some of the amazing things that happen in the world in television. Things that are noteworthy, especially when we look at the record of Lucille Ball. On March 18th, CBS canceled Here's Lucy. Why was that epic?
It marked the end of the television reign of Lucille Ball, which lasted 23 consecutive years, beginning with the 1951 premiere of I Love Lucy.
She was the queen of television. I loved watching I Love Lucy, and I didn't like the shows that came after that as much, but I still watched them.
Yeah, I Love Lucy was really the best one.
But to have a run of consecutive years, 23 of them, being on television and being the star of your own show, that's unprecedented.
It's unbelievable.
On June 8th, Jon Pertwee makes his final regular appearance as the third Doctor in the concluding moments of the Doctor Who serial Planet of Spiders.
And Tom Baker regenerates as the fourth Doctor.
That happened on December 28th, so there was a big gap there. Fans were wondering who would be the next Doctor, and how would this Doctor fit into the Doctor Who universe? Would this Doctor be as popular?
And, of course, as it turned out, he was the most popular one.
And he made his first appearance in the serial Robot. And I recommend anybody who's trying to get into Classic Who, that is a wonderful jumping point. On October 6th, Monty Python's Flying Circus aired its final episode.
First shown on American television when PBS member station KERA-TV in Dallas aired it at 10 p.m.
Yeah, as Americans, we didn't get these British shows until later oftentimes. But once it came to America, it became hugely popular.
And now for something completely different.
So let's open up. TV Guide, Fall Preview issue of 1974. We're going to be looking at the Nashville edition. And anytime we have a fall preview, we notice that there are sections, entire pages devoted to new programming. You said you always loved the fall preview issues.
It was so much fun to look through. Yeah, I love looking at the upcoming TV shows. Looking at the actors, they would usually list the actors, and so, I was looking for ones that I was familiar with, of course, actors who had been on Star Trek or other TV shows. I
get a kick out of this. An ad for 7 and cider. Usually you'll see liquor ads in these old TV guides, but this one is Seagram 7, and it's encouraging you to mix it with apple cider.
Well, did you do that?
It tastes really good, I have to say that.
Okay.
I've never seen it advertised as such, though. Usually it's like Seagram 7 and Coke, or 7 and 7 is the most popular one that you see in the 70s. Okay, for a Sunday listing under the fall previews, the Sunny Comedy Review. Can Sunny make it without Cher? That's the question. We know that previously they were a duo, but now they're divorced. Sunny's going solo on this new series that would debut on September 22nd on ABC.
I don't remember Sunny having his own show. I remember Cher with her own show. So I guess hers was more popular than his.
Another new show that would be debuting on September 11th on the NBC network, Little House on the Prairie. This family saga is derived from the Little House books, in which Laura Ingalls Wilder recalled her childhood in the post-Civil War Midwest. As the series opens, the Ingalls family arrives in Minnesota and sets up homesteading near the town of Walnut Grove. Their life there is viewed through the sentimental eyes of Laura, but the nominal star of the show is Bonanza's Michael Landon as her father. Her mother is portrayed by Karen Gaskell, Laura herself by Melissa Gilbert, and the other Ingalls daughters by Melissa Sue Anderson and twins Lindsay and Sydney Green Bush. Landon is also executive producer. What do you think about Little House on the Prairie?
I didn't realize that show started in 1974, so it was on a long time.
It was on a super long time, well into the 80s. I've seen every episode and the special episodes with it. If there's one TV series that it's virtually perfect, meaning it has virtually no bad episodes, this is it. I remember one episode that I didn't like. It was the Dream episode. But following the life of the Ingalls family was tumultuous. Every single emotion that you could think of, the viewer felt while watching this show. We don't have television like this anymore.
I remember watching it with my parents. And yeah, we always loved it. It was a wonderful family show, and the characters were so good. You could get into it. You could feel with them. And yeah, having this family that was basically struggling but happy, and seeing all the other people in town, the rich people and the bullies and everything else.
Oh, wasn't Nellie horrible?
Yeah.
Oh, I wanted to strangle her. On Friday, on the CBS network, debut would be September 13th, Planet of the Apes. All humans look alike, you know that. Bad enough having a human in the house, but watch it first. There's a smell about you. These humans are dangerous. They think they're as good as we are. They'll stir up trouble. I mean, these are some of the quotes.
I know I didn't watch it when it came on, but I watched it later when they combined some episodes and called it a movie. And I thought it was pretty good.
Really great show. The commentary says the speakers are gorillas. The time is 2,000 years from now, and apes rule the earth, while human beings are considered a lower species. Into this upside-down world come a pair of 20th century astronauts who are stranded there after passing through a time warp. The anthropod leaders are determined to hunt down these two alien troublemakers, and the astronauts are just as determined to keep themselves from being enslaved or killed. They are befriended by a chimp who is very broad-minded about being seen in the company of his zoological inferiors. All this outlandish monkey business is, of course, based on the Planet of the Apes movies. So you got some Star Trek alumni there, Mark Leonard.
Oh, yeah.
And Roddy McDowell was in it, and he just played such an incredible part. It was nice to see him back in the ape makeup.
He was such a great actor, and the way he did it, he played it with such friendliness, which was great. You could feel for him.
Other debuts for 1974 included Happy Days, Good Times, Land of the Lost, Shazam, Nova, Kolchak the Night Stalker, and Space Battleship Yamato.
Interesting shows. I mean, I used to watch most of those. I mean, Happy Days is another one that lasted a long time.
We loved Happy Days.
Oh, yeah, totally.
And that's where you got the term jump the shark, because when Happy Days went downhill, it went downhill.
They literally had an episode where Fonzie jumped a shark, and someone said that was when you could tell the show was going downhill. And actually, it still lasted several years after that.
It did. There was a point, though, that they were getting too old. You can't have a show that's based on teenagers and then they're grown people, and you don't have the same dynamic.
It changed, and a lot of the main characters that started out left in the later years.
But the early episodes were fantastic.
They were, and I remember watching it when it was in reruns. But I mean, the new shows would still be on once a week, and the reruns would be on every day, and I would watch it every day, plus the new ones.
You were a super Happy Days fan.
I was.
My brother and I had Fonzie pillowcases. We love Fonzie.
Well, I had a Happy Days board game.
That must have been cool, huh?
It was. Yeah, it was fun. Oh, and of course we've seen Henry Winkler at cons now, and a few other people from the show. Yeah.
I mean, you look at the alumni of that show, huh? Little Opie Cunningham, big-time director now. Who would ever figure that?
Yeah, I can't believe all the movies he has directed. Yeah, he's awesome.
Mego presents the Planet of the Apes action figures. Dr. Zaius, the orangutan scientist. Cornelius, the archaeologist. Zira, the woman scientist. The soldier ape. And the astronaut. All Planet of the Apes action figures sold separately by Mego.
All right, as always, I'm going to come over your house. We're going to go through the TV guide, talk about what we can watch, because we didn't have a VCR. You had to choose between the channels. But in order for me to come over, I have to bring over some cereal. So here's the cereals that were introduced in 1974. And you tell me which one you'd like me to bring over. You have a choice of Bopperoos, CW Post, Fruit Brute cereal. Looks like it's a monster cereal, like a werewolf. And Magic Puffs cereal.
I'll say Magic Puffs. Sounds like the best out of those.
Yeah, this cereal was described on the box as a crunchy frosted cereal puffs, and its mascot was a magic hat. Shortly before this cereal appeared, General Mills had tested a cream-filled puff cereal called Magic Hats, whose mascot was a magic hat. It's suspected that the magic hat that appears on Magic Puff cereals was the same magic hat that promoted the failed cream-filled cereal. All right. Let's pour some Magic Puffs and get into watching some Saturday morning shows. And this is the Nashville, Tennessee edition that we're referencing. 7:30 in the morning, Bugs Bunny or Wheelie or Scooby-Doo.
Bugs Bunny.
8 o'clock, Hong Kong Phooey, Emergency Plus. Genie or Sesame Street?
Genie.
Oh, not Hong Kong Phooey? I can't believe it.
I always pick Genie. Yeah.
8:30, The Cartoon Adventures of Gilligan, Run, Joe, Run, or the Partridge Family cartoon?
Ooh, well, I'll say the Partridge Family cartoon.
It's a debut. In fact, the singing partridges travel into the future with voices of some of the stars of the original show. And also, it's a debut of The Adventures of Gilligan. So it's curious that you have to struggle between two debut shows that morning.
Yeah, that's, well, of course they always do things like that. Actually, we need to try to find those two shows. The Gilligan's Island and the Partridge Family.
We have to. How about 9 o'clock? Devlin, Land of the Lost, Valley of Dinosaurs, or The Electric Company?
Okay, so Land of the Lost and Valley of Dinosaurs, like two similar shows, right, at the same time.
And they're both debuts. I mean, this is the week of Saturday morning debuts. Very frustrating.
The fall preview issue, yeah. But, okay, well, I'll say The Electric Company, because I always liked that one.
All right. Interesting, though, Land of the Lost, which was a favorite of both of ours growing up. The debut describes as a mysterious universe populated by strange creatures awaits a forest ranger and two children who tumble into a time vortex. 9:30, Korg 70,000 BC, Sigmund, Shazam, or Mr. Rogers?
I always watched Mr. Rogers.
I love Shazam.
I mean, yeah, I like Shazam too, yeah. I know that later on they put it on later in the day.
We watched this Shazam show fairly recently.
We did.
It's a lot of fun. Shazam and Isis, that was the combo that I loved.
Yeah, me too. I watched both of them.
10 o'clock, Flipper, Pink Panther, Harlem Globetrotters Popcorn Machine, Sesame Street, or Super Friends?
Super Friends.
Absolutely. Super Friends, we're talking for years, always trumped no matter what else was on. 10:30, Soul Train, Star Trek, or the Hudson Brothers?
Star Trek.
Easy choice there. 11 o'clock, Jetsons, U.S. of Archie, Electric Company, or Death Valley Days?
Jetsons.
11:30, American Bandstand, Go, Fat Albert, or Sesame Street?
Okay, Fat Albert.
12 o'clock, Bobby Goldsboro, First Saturday Town Council, rolling into 12:30. I don't know what those two shows were. 12:30, Elephant Boy, Mayberry RFD, Electric Company, What are your choices?
Electric Company.
Now we have an ad on the bottom that says, wow, ABC's Funshine Saturday starts today. And this is an incredible lineup if you were to just sit there and watch ABC shows. Yogi's Gang, then Bugs Bunny Show, then Hong Kong Phooey, then The New Adventures of Gilligan's Island, New Show, Devlin, Korg 70,000 BC, Super Friends, and These Are the Days.
Okay, yeah.
ABC had a great lineup that year.
I used to, always go through the TV guide and make out my schedule for what I wanted to watch. So that was just a thing. So I knew which channel to turn it to watch which show next.
Evening time. 6 o'clock was Hee Haw. Playboy publisher Hugh Hefner and Lester Flatt are guests. Okay,
Hugh Hefner on Hee Haw.
What a weird combination that is. I remember they used to have the issues, though, the Girls of the South.
What, you mean Playboy had that? What did you do? Like a Playboy when you were a kid?
No comment.
Yeah.
You'd make a cute little Southern girl on a barrel of hay there.
Okay, well, I've done the bunny thing.
7 o'clock on Saturday. Movie. George Hamilton portrays Evel Knievel, the daredevil motorcyclist. That looks good because I loved Evel Knievel. There's also Emergency or All in the Family.
Oh, I don't know. Emergency?
Okay.
I did. Yeah, that's another show I used to watch with my parents. Yeah.
MASH was on at 7:30. That's as soon as
I never watched that.
When I heard that theme song, I knew it was time to turn the TV off.
Yeah, well, a lot of our generation did like it, though. Yeah, we just never watched it.
8 o'clock, Andy Williams or Mary Tyler Moore?
I guess Mary Tyler Moore.
8:30, Bob Newhart or David Susskind?
Bob Newhart. Now, that was a good show.
Mm-hmm. 9 o'clock, Future Shock, Miss America Pageant, Barnaby Jones or Journey to Eternity Crusade?
I used to watch all the beauty pageants back then, so Miss America.
10:30 was Championship Wrestling and Perry Mason. 11:30, Don Kirshner's Rock Concert, a movie, Bullets or Ballots, and another movie, Pursuit of Algiers. Sunday morning. Now we knew that during this time period, Saturdays and Sundays were known for kids shows. Ton of religious shows, though, super early in the morning. But by the afternoon, we had 12 o'clock, Soul of the City, Star Trek, Adventures of the Lone Ranger, or Almanac.
Star Trek? So was that one the cartoon?
I don't know.
Oh,
it's just, these early TV guides, there's no description.
Okay.
Sometimes they'll give you a description just of the... They won't give you a title. They give you an episode.
Well, sometimes it'll say cartoon,
This
though,
one
if it's
just
a cartoon.
says Star Trek.
Okay.
So, I don't know. I may assume it's the regular show.
Uh-huh.
Whole bunch of sports going on Sunday afternoon. And an advertisement for Betty Crocker recipe cards that you could get through the mail. Do you remember those?
Yeah. Recipe cards. I think they still have them now. But
I'm saying they used to have like a mail-order subscription that they'd give you the first set free, and then you had to keep getting more and more to fill up your recipe box. I remember my mother had tons of recipe boxes.
Okay, yeah,
with
that's
index
neat.
cards on them. Do you remember? Did your mother used to write index cards?
I don't remember her doing that. She did collect recipes, yeah, but I don't remember her having cards.
Lawrence Welk is on at 5:30. I know you're a huge Lawrence Welk fan.
I used to watch it sometimes, yeah.
I used to watch it at my grandfather's house. He liked it. At 6:30, The Wonderful World of Disney, David Crockett and the Alamo. Columbo's on at 7:30. Mannix on at 8 o'clock. I had Mannix Viewmasters. I never saw the show, but somehow I had the Viewmaster reels of them. Monday morning. The Flying Nun was on at 6:30.
Yeah, I used to watch that one in reruns. It was pretty good.
Captain Kangaroo at 8 o'clock.
Another good show.
8:30, Green Acres.
Oh, yeah. Did you watch that?
I love Green Acres.
Okay, yeah, it was good.
Joker's Wild at 9 o'clock. 10 o'clock. High Rollers. Now You See It. The Electric Company. We're getting into the game show era now.
Yeah, but I think I would watch the Electric Company there.
Password was on at 11 o'clock, as well as Jackpot. I Dream of Jeannie at 11:30.
Yeah, I would watch I Dream of Jeannie. Now, Password was a good show, too.
Yeah, it was really good. Let's see, I Dream of Jeannie. Part 1, Jeannie begins to fade away because she doesn't know her birthday.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Afternoon, we have a lot of soap operas going on. All My Children, As the World Turns, Guiding Light, Days of Our Lives, General Hospital. Boy, they're pumping them out one after another, but a lot of them are on the same time.
I mean, yeah, I used to watch Days of Our Lives. That was the main daytime soap that I used to watch for a long time. And my mother used to watch it too. Actually, yeah, my father and my brother watched it too. We all watched it.
That's amazing. Andy Griffith at 3 o'clock.
Loved Andy Griffith.
Mayberry turns tipsy with the news that town drunk Otis has a car.
Really? Oh, I don't remember that.
I don't remember the episode, but I remember Otis.
Yeah, I remember Otis, yeah.
Mike Douglas at 3:30, as well as the Flintstones and Gomer Pyle.
So Mike Douglas was a talk show, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which, and I didn't see that one. I didn't watch a lot of talk shows.
I watched the Mike Douglas show. Brady Bunch was on at 3:30. A lot of good shows at 3:30. This is after school time, so. Leave It to Beaver at 4 o'clock. The Lucy Show at 4:30. Electric Company. Lost in Space.
Yeah, maybe I would have watched Lost in Space. I mean, that was another show I used to watch. You know what? It seems the Electric Company is on a lot here. I thought it was only on once a day back when I was
real lot.
Watching it. Yeah.
Family Affair at 5 o'clock. I'm noticing Mr. Rogers is on a lot too. 7 days a week.
Yeah, I used to watch it 5 days a week.
Here's something funny though. There's an advertisement for ancient Chinese calligraphy combined with contemporary jewelers' art. Oriental symbols of the zodiac. And one of the symbols is Enterprise.
Okay, they have a symbol for Enterprise?
It's the Chinese symbol for Enterprise. It's supposed to be aligned with their zodiac cycle.
Okay, the Enterprise aligns with the zodiac? I mean, what?
It's just like they have different terms. Honest, gentle, kind, changeable, clever, Enterprise.
Okay.
I've never seen this in Starlog magazine, though, or
No.
any Star Trek magazines.
I haven't. Well, they don't say that it relates to Star Trek, right? I mean, it doesn't say it.
In our minds, it does.
Yeah, just to us it does. And that might be why it's there, though, just because it is on Star Trek. All these other names, and then they just throw in Enterprise.
Tuesday evening, 6 o'clock, Concentration. Would you ever watch that?
Yeah, that was a good show. Yeah, I mean, I watched several game shows, yeah.
McHale's Navy was on at 6:30, along with To Tell the Truth. Happy Days. A lack of privacy at home, and the heady promise of freedom at his brother's bachelor pad prompts Richie to move out as the second season moves in.
Okay. Yeah, the older brother Chuck that was just dropped.
Yep, that's right. Good Times. The Evans family's second season in a Chicago housing project gets off to a roaring start. Florida is rampaging around the house, leaving her hapless family thoroughly bewildered.
Well, I didn't watch that show. I know
I didn't watch
did.
it till I didn't watch it till I was older. I didn't watch it when I was younger, though. I watched it once I found out that all these Norman Lear shows were connected. I wanted to watch all of them because I liked All in the Family when I was younger. I liked the Jeffersons, and somehow it just didn't connect with Good Times. Mm-hmm. So I watched every Norman Lear thing that I could find later on, and it was well done. 8 o'clock, Hawaii Five-0. 9 o'clock, Marcus Welby, M.D., along with Barnaby Jones. 10:30, Johnny Carson. Jack Palance was going to be a guest.
Oh, that's neat. Yeah, my aunt used to watch Johnny Carson. But of course, I mean, usually I didn't stay up late enough to watch it anyway. But every once in a while I might, if I knew they had a guest on it I wanted to see, I might stay up and watch it.
Wednesday evening, Little House on the Prairie debuts at 7 o'clock. Also at that time, Zoom.
Oh, that was a good show. Come on and zooma, 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 zoom. Zoom, zoom, zoom.
On Thursday evening, The Odd Couple, as well as The Waltons. Now, I felt that Little House on the Prairie was NBC's answer to the Waltons. And I never liked the Waltons. I tried watching that, and it's just, what in the world is this?
Well, the Waltons was another show I watched with my parents. I mean, they liked it. They liked both shows. And, I mean, I did too, but I thought the Waltons really it had so many kids, they were hard to keep up with. So, Little House on the Prairie was a little easier for me to follow.
This is one of those things where I just shake my head and ask myself, what were Marty Abrams and the guys at Mego thinking about when they made Waltons dolls? I remember taking the John Boy doll and rubbing off the mole on his face and putting a Captain Kirk shirt on him and making him check off.
Really?
It kind of looked like him. My brother used to call me John Boy because I had a mole on the side of my face.
Yeah, see, John Boy was popular. Like everybody just knows the name.
Everyone knows John Boy.
And Good Night, John Boy.
Of course, in that hit movie that he had that blew away the numbers of Star Wars.
Battle Beyond the Stars.
Yeah. Wasn't that amazing? Streets of San Francisco was on at 8 o'clock, along with Ironside. And on Friday evening, Friday night was a good night. Listen to this lineup. Sanford and Son was on at 7 o'clock, and that went up against Planet of the Apes.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be hard for me to choose because I like them both. 7:30, $6 Million Man, Chico and the Man. I watched Chico and the Man. I liked it. I didn't love it, but $6 Million Man, that was amazing. So imagine watching Planet of the Apes back to back with $6 Million Man.
Yeah.
It's a good combo. 8 o'clock, Rockford Files.
Yep, remember that one too.
9 o'clock, The Night Stalker. Debut. Darren McGavin stars as Carl Kolchak, a reporter whose nose for news sniffs out stories of the supernatural. In the opener, gangsters are savagely murdered by a former colleague they killed and burned.
No, I never watched that.
Policewoman was also on at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, I remember that. With Angie Dickinson.
Oh, wow. And 12 o'clock, Midnight Special. Film clips from the movies Ladies and Gentlemen, The Rolling Stones. Songs include Tumbling Dice, Happy, Midnight Rambler. Other shows that were on that we did not mention that weren't in this episode or in this issue of TV Guide that we enjoyed included The Carol Burnett Show.
Oh, yeah, we used to love The Carol Burnett Show.
On for years. Benny Hill Show, Columbo, Kojak, The Tomorrow Show with Tom Snyder, as well as Kung Fu. Shows that ended, unfortunately, included The Brady Bunch, The Partridge Family, Star Trek the Animated Series, and, as we know, the Sonny and Cher Comedy Hour.
Well, that was some good shows that ended then.
Yeah, 1974. There was a lot for us to watch.
Thanks for listening. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and join our Facebook group. Live long and may the force be with you. Nanu Nanu.